Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to do another poolside, beachside chat from I don't know if the last video I did was from here. I'm doing several videos from almost this exact location. And I'm doing it with my GoPro so I can do a little editing and fixing and it'll fill the whole screen. I know people talk about that and it's going to get remedied soon. I'm just waiting to get a new iPhone. There's some apps. My iPhone's just getting sluggish, and you can't. The 4S. I've got an old iPhone. The 4S, you can't get the black box is gone. In fact, I googled it and checked, and the 4S you can't get the 16:9 ratio. But anyway, sitting here at the beach, just loving it, loving it. I'm going to go back to my house, I'm pretty sure, tomorrow because I can't get this is going to be a hard habit to break, and if I stay much longer, they're going to probably have to get the law to get me out of here. But you got to love the beach. Love, love, love the beach. Laying here, there's a little road between the property and the beach, but just a little single lane road, not like a street. And a little cute thing comes by on her bicycle in a thong, so I'm like, God bless the beach. Anyhow, I was talking about this with someone the other day, a friend of mine the other day that's in my age range, and I've talked about this with people that are a little bit younger than me, in the 40s and what have you. And I see so many people so many people focusing on the food that just kind of think the food is going to get them there. And they don't really exercise. I've seen so many people since I got into this raw vegan lifestyle, interacting and chatting and talking and blah blah blah, that just don't see the significance of exercise. Or maybe they just hate exercise, some people do not like it, they fight against it. Well, don't exercise. You don't need to exercise, but you do need to move your body. And I'm going to tell you something. Well, first I'm going to talk to the older people, but this applies to everybody. So just because of what I'm talking about, I don't want the younger people to turn away or turn off. I'll get to you in a minute. For you guys in your 40s and 50s, and hey, if you're already in your 60s or on up, and you're just coming to this lifestyle, or you're just starting to think about your health, or you just want to be healthier, live longer, and be more active, the 40s and the 50s are crucial decades. Very crucial decades. They are going to determine huge on your quality of life as you get elderly, as we get elderly, like when you get into your 70s and 80s. It's going to a lot of the things you're doing now is going to determine whether you're getting around well, whether you can still walk at that age, whether you have good mobility, whether you can get out and do things, or whether you're going to be sitting in a chair all the time. What about that? When and I consider that still young, 72, 75. What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be sitting in a chair, or are you going to be telling everybody, or is everybody going to be oh, well, grandpa can't do it, grandma can't do this, oh, well, don't play too rough with grandma. No, I'm going to be rolling in the grass, unless something happens beyond my control. I'm going to be playing, I'm going to be doing yoga. I'm going to be mixing it up. I'm going to be pretty much, I'm sure I'll be a little bit of a slower version than I am now, but Daddy ain't stopping just because of age. I'm 52 years old. I had a couple of periods during my 40s where I had, really gotten into most of the time, a good portion of my life when I was still drinking, partying, and doing all that stuff. I still, probably vanity, I still went to the gym, I worked out, I wanted to stay fit, I wanted to stay fit looking. So I was kind of an in-shape looking alcoholic. Well, not an alcoholic, I was a drunk. I always say I'm a drunk, not an alcoholic, because when I decided to quit, I walked away. But that's not the theme today. But in my earlier 40s, I went through some periods for several years where I just really wasn't doing very much physical. And then when I started getting it going again, it was kind of hard to get it going. One thing I told somebody the other day, when you're in your 40s and your 50s, it's really not that hard to stay in shape or stay in fairly decent shape. But the older we get, the harder it gets to get back in shape if we've let ourselves go. Okay, now so what I was saying, if you don't want to exercise, move your body. You know, if you've never been a workout person, if you've never done yoga, if you've never done some sort of a particular exercise routine, and that doesn't particularly appeal to you, find something that you like. You've got to have a passion for it. If you've got a passion for it, you're going to get out and do it more. You'll get out and do it every day. If you want to try to go run and you really hate running and your body fights against it, guess what? You're not going to run. So it's just going to be something that actually stresses you because you're going to think about it every day. You're going to be like, oh, I should really go for a run. I don't want to run. You see what I'm saying? And so pick something you like. You know, it doesn't have to kill you. Long, vigorous walks. Walking is so good for the body because, like I say, it's just about moving. Although I do so recommend yoga as we age because it's good for the circulation. It's good for balance. Balance is another one of those things. It's very important as we age, you know, because people are falling all the time. I heard one last thing, and then I will let you go for the day. I was reading something online this morning, and it was talking about how mobility can actually be a better predictor for later health, long-term health, how long you're actually going to live, than internal signs like blood pressure. Well, not blood pressure, but like obesity, like that. I forgot exactly the tone of this article, but mobility is a very big indicator of people's true health. I think I did a video on this a long time ago, early on in the channel. Another thing I read one time is one way that doctors check people as they're getting old to see where they are, and I'm not going to get up and do it because I'd have to move the GoPro around, is you stand up and you get down to sitting on the floor using as little as possible. The goal is to try to not even use your hands. And there's like a point system. If you have to use one hand to get down to the floor, two hands, and then getting back up without your hands or getting back up in a certain manner. You can probably Google it, but that is a huge indication of general health for people, and I didn't know that. So if you're not doing it, I really implore you, get out there and start doing something. I don't want to hear any exceptions. You've got this problem, you've got that problem. People that are immobile, they do yoga in a chair. They do chair yoga. If you've got any mobility, unless you are paralyzed from the neck down, and if you are, I'm sorry, unless you physically can't move a limb, do what you can do. You know, if you've got back pains, problems, this, that, or the other, why you can't go out and get real vigorous, do what you can do, but move your body to the extent that you can move your body. Otherwise, hey, I don't know, we may not be connected, or maybe I will still be doing this channel in 25 years, and then I'll have to be kind of ungracious and say, see, I told you so, should have done it, huh? So start preparing for those later years now. And one little last thing before I finish up, I said I was going to, unless some of the younger people have already scattered, you're in bonus rounds. Shit. Start doing it. You know, if you've come to a mentality of health already, you're ahead of the game. You're ahead of all us dumber old people that it took a while to get to this. Man, you're going to be flying. Like, if I'd have come to this 20 years earlier, I don't even know where I'd be now or where I'd be at 75. I'd probably be a crazy man at 75, but you get my drift. Anyhow, hope you guys like this one. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hope you're having a wonderful day. Peace.